What is up, guys? It is Dragonblaze here. Today we have a really cool topic for our Inazuma rant session discussion video. What if Gouenji joins Alias or Aliea? Gakken, I think you say it in the Japanese, but yeah. What if Gouenji joined Aliea in season 2? I've been thinking about this, I've been speculating, I've been noting some stuff down, and honestly, okay, first off, what team would he even be on? Okay, so Gouenji, like in season 2, he like these alien agents are just like, oh yeah, we keep an eye on you. Yeah, we have your sister and blah blah blah. Like, and just come and join us if you want your sister to be safe. And well, Gouenji is just like, oh well, I mean, like in this universe, oh well, like I'm so sorry guys, but I just gotta go. I just gotta do it, like for my sister. And he actually is going to fight for Aliea. And well, everyone's just like, oh, okay, well now it's the enemy and stuff, and well, what is going to happen to us now? Because yeah, of course, it's Gouenji, and Gouenji is just absolutely amazing. But what team would he even be on? He's not going to be on Gemini Storm because Gemini Storm was already the team that they were fighting against, and you would be thinking that Gouenji would go to a team that is either going to be assembled or he's going to be added later on because he's just such a strong character already. So it's not going to be Aliea. It's probably also not going to be Epsilon because Epsilon just had basically they like the team itself was already like so like everyone just already fit together. Like it was gonna be really weird, and also just with how the story just went, it was gonna be really weird if they were fighting Gouenji, like one of the what like basically one their ace striker, just the second team of Aliea. It just doesn't really make too much sense. So yeah, so then we go to the other teams, which are Prominence, Diamond Dust, and Genesis. And when I thought about it, I thought, okay, well, Diamond Dust wouldn't really make sense because Gouenji, fire. So he could have been on Prominence, which means that Prominence had to come into the picture. And then I thought, okay, well, where would that actually fit in? And then I thought, well, there was a moment where they were actually, the torch or a burn actually popped up on, I think it was on the island. And, well, it was just like for a brief moment, but it could have made a moment where they were actually going to fight against Prominence, but that would have also not made sense because it was pretty. I guess it was just like pretty known already that they were going to just only fight against Epsilon until they beat Epsilon, and yeah, it just doesn't it just doesn't make sense to out of nowhere just be like, oh, okay, well, we're going to quote unquote waste our time on you and then fight against you. Yeah, it probably would just not have happened. So Gouenji would have probably been on Genesis. I guess I would be thinking that, like, if it would be on Prominence, like, okay, whatever. Maybe there was gonna be a match of Prominence after, I don't know, after Diamond Dust, before Genesis, like, before Chaos. Who knows? And then that would even be crazier. Okay, like, okay, imagine this. Gouenji is on Prominence. And let's just also think that they, for some reason, could beat Epsilon. Which, by the way, like, in my opinion, it just would not have happened. It would not have happened. Gouenji was the key player in that fight against Epsilon Kai when he was coming back. He was the key player to bring everything. Just as a whole. Like he had to fix everything. He literally he was again like the normal Gouenji from like season 1. He just pops up, he does his thing, he fires tornadoes, he bucketed storms, and he wins. That's just it. That's what we always have seen from Gouenji. But yeah, so let's just say they for some reason could beat Epsilon Kai, and then bam, he's on Prominence. And they fight against Prominence, And yeah, they just encounter him, and they're just like, Gouenji, what are you doing? Like you're on the enemy team, and I never would have expected this from you. Like whoa! And then they would fight against them, and like let's just imagine the power, the power of Burn plus Gouenji on one team, like atomic flare, fire tornado, bayonet storm, just wow. Like if we look at how Diamond Dust was playing, like Diamond Dust was basically Gazelle and Co. It was Gazelle and Co. Like Gazelle was just scoring all of the goals, and but the rest of the team was just like so strong and so insanely fast and stuff, and Waterville and then on Prominence it would be Flameville and the Ignite Steals and everything. It would just it would just be a lot. Like even on the team, and we all know that Gazelle is not like supposed to be the one that is the striker, like the strong, extremely strong striker. That's actually of the two. When we're talking about Gazelle and Burn, it is Burn. We know that Burn is more, with a fiery passion, like the strong shots, atomic flare. That's even in the games. So, yeah, in the match versus Diamond Dust, they struggled so much, and they needed Aphrodite in that match, and then to even realize that Gouenji was also in that match versus Diamond Dust. To me, I'm just thinking to myself, it would just be an insane season, absolutely insane, and especially if they would fight against Prominence with Gouenji and Burn on it, they would have gotten destroyed, absolutely destroyed. Like I just have no idea how they could ever manage. Yeah, so that's basically my thought of if Gouenji was going to be in Prominence, and the whole picture would have the whole entire season would have just been upside down if Chaos would have still existed, but with Gouenji on it. Oh, absolutely. Ooh. Yeah, can we already imagine? Like, okay, think about the Dark Empress, okay? So that's like Kazamaru and all the others getting the power of the Aliea meteorite, and they became so powerful. All of these new moves out of nowhere: Dark Phoenix, triple boost, dual smash, all of this stuff just because of the enhanced power of the Aliea meteorite. And now, imagine this on Gouenji. Yeah, let that sink in. No. That is legitimately not okay. It's absolutely not okay. It would have been catastrophic. I really think that that specific combination, it would have broken everyone. Like the towers and Purgin, the wall, to combined with with Mugen the Hand or Saginaw the Kin would have not blocked that. We already know. We already know. Like honestly, there was a moment, because I've actually rewatched a few episodes just for research now, and at some point when they were fighting against Epsilon Kai, Dvalin shot a Gungnir, and it went through, and I kid you not, it went through the wall, the tower, and Saginaw the Ken. And the only reason why they actually blocked that shot, because I blocked that shot, was because of Tsunami jumping in. Like, are you for real? That is absolutely insane. Like, imagine a Bayonet Storm, like powered up by the Aliea, the crystal, or even like an entirely different move that is even beyond Bayonet Storm. Sorry, but that's a done deal. It's a done deal. Like, absolutely, it's a done deal. It's over. It's over. And okay, so that is basically Gouenji's power. If they would ever like face him in Prominence, or like Chaos would have been overkill, and Genesis would have. Whoa! Can you imagine Gran and Gouenji creating like cosmic inferno, like like space blades, like you know, like I it becomes it whoa, that is really really broken. That is not okay. And then to also think of that, not not only did Gouenji play a part, because honestly the the question, or the basically the what is said here, like what if Gouenji joined Alias? That is just so that's actually two things. That is not only that Gouenji joined Alias, but Gouenji also never joined back with Raimon. Like that's the same. Like it goes together. This means that Fubuki would have not gotten out of his dip, like absolutely not, and that means that it would have been. Hello, it would have been. What was this person's name? Like there was this other dude. Oh, Husky Shadow. He said on the what was it again? Is this the episode of What If Fubuki Never Joined? He commented on that video. If Fubuki never joined, Raimon versus Gemini Storm round 38. This is the same thing with Gouenji. If Gouenji never joined Raimon in the match versus Epsilon Kai, it would have been Raimon versus Epsilon Kai round 38. Like they just couldn't beat them. Like absolutely not. Even legit, even in round 1, like before the match, they were toying. Like before the match, they were toying around. That is what Valen said. Or Desarm. Yeah, that's what Desarm said. He just said, let's just toy with them for the first half. Let's just toy. That's it. And they're like all of these characters. They just Raimon, they're all just struggling. They're doing absolutely nothing. They're doing nothing against Epsilon Kai. They're way too strong. Absolutely too strong. And if Gouenji would have never joined, it would have just ended in, I don't know, 3-4-8, 8-0, and it would have just been over. Like that's just it. And then there's still an Okinawa, and they just have to like try and get stronger. But what is there to do? What is there to do? Where are you gonna get this new player from? And then maybe you could say like Aphrodite could have maybe gone all the way to Okinawa. I just don't think so. Or maybe Fubuki would have gotten out of his dip like on the island. I just don't think so. I just don't think so. Like if like the first time he got smashed. He like in that match he got smashed. He was done with it. He was over. He was in his dip. Like he was sitting on a bench and he was just like I'm just not doing it anymore. Like and then after that, because of Fubuki being gone, like Desarm just said, oh well, okay, now I'm just gonna go and shoot gold because like the only challenge that there was is just gone, so I don't really care. And then he would have just kept on scoring Gungners, and like you know, that's just kind of how the story goes. It would have it just would have not been good. It really would have not been good. Like, dude, the fact that Gouenji came back really saved Raimon. It really just saved Raimon. Like and you know, like Gouenji had to he had to go and leave Raimon because because of his sister. And like okay, so let's say what if his sister was saved like near, you know, near Okinawa or something. Like then the story would have just gone right as it would have gone, because they wouldn't have put Gouenji on like a team of Epsilon or Gemini Storm. They would have just put him like later, and maybe Gouenji would find out and he'd just be like, oh, you know what, now that my sister is safe anyways, I'm just gonna I believe. But yeah, that just depends. It really just does depend. And if the people and if like the detective knew about it and everything, and like oh my goodness, like it just, there were so many factors. Like if they actually saved his sister, but you never know, maybe the Aliea crystal is like way too strong with all of his brainwashing tactics. We have seen it before. Like Kazamaru and all the others were just all into the power, like all into the, yeah, now we can use Dark Phoenix, a triple boost, and we can destroy our old friends. Like it had to, like, his sister probably had to be like coming into a match or something as they would fight against Gouenji like later on. So this is like one of those scenarios again, you know. It's like, okay, so this has to happen after they beat Epsilon for whatever reason they could ever do it. I don't know, maybe maybe Rika finally becomes the ace striker, or maybe or maybe just like it's like where maybe Willy became the ace striker. Like it's just so that match was so deciding. It was only won because of Gouenji. Maybe okay, so let's say they won that game, that match, and then Epsilon's like, oh no, we gotta go, and then they just teleport away, and then they would fight against Prominence or Diamond Dust, and then later on, Gouenji is in Prominence, and wow, he's just back in Chaos, and then they're playing that match against Prominence or Chaos, whatever, and then they're all losing, and then you have Aphrodite even in that match versus once again then they have to play against before that they have to play against Diamond Dust, and then Aphrodite comes in after they've of course beaten Epsilon, but they don't have Gouenji, so I mean then because Gouenji also scored a goal in that game, so it's like in that game versus Diamond Dust, so it's like what? Okay, so maybe you know what? Let's just say that Aphrodite scores 2 goals because it was 2-2, and then the match was over. So okay, so then you get Chaos, and then because of Gouenji being in Prominence, he comes there in Chaos, and then you know he's just like, oh yeah, let's destroy them all. Yeah, I'm all brainwashed and blah blah blah. And well, they do Fire Blizzard, but then they do it with Burn and Gazelle, and then also Gouenji and Gazelle, and then they do like the double Fire Blizzard or something, and they do like a triple shot, and all of that other nonsense, and then you know like they're all losing, and then you know that detective comes along and he's just like, Gouenji, you've gone the wrong path, but we know what to do. And then bam, the sister comes in like, Gouenji, and then Gouenji just goes, and then you know the whole anime stuff starts to happen where you know it gets like internally conflicted, and he just starts to miss shots and everything, and then Burn and Gazelle just like, hey, what's going on with this dude? And then the whole transformation starts to happen there, and then bam, he's just like, you know what? No, and then he takes his shirt off, like like the kid off, like a shirt off, and then he's just like, no, I don't want this shirt anymore. I don't want to be in this team. And then he just takes the Raimon shirt, and he's just like, yeah, because of Yuka, I'm back and everything. And yeah, I mean, that's a scenario, I guess. That is literally the if he joins Prominence scenario, because if he's actually in Genesis, then this entire scenario can't even happen. And then he can again not help Raimon with the whole I'm just gonna score a lot of goals, I'm gonna be the key player to unlocking so many things on the team thing, because I mean they couldn't beat the Epsilon even, but let's just say that they could beat Epsilon. Not gonna happen. They could beat Diamond Dust. Not gonna happen. They're gonna beat Chaos. Not gonna happen. All without Gouenji. And then they finally get to Genesis, and then Gouenji is on Genesis. And then yeah, of course, like the basically the same scenario. Like they fight against Grant plus Gouenji plus like I forgot the name, Bellatrix, and then Wiz, and like we literally like we see everything happening. Like Tachimakai gets bombarded with space penguins, a bucketed storms, fire tornadoes, meteor blades, supernovas, like I don't know, meteor infernos, meteor blazes, you know, like all types of co-op shots with Gouenji as well. like fire space penguins, like all of that stuff, all of that nonsense. And then once again the sister comes in. Oh, and you can please stop, and then they go and she you and just the whole transformation again. Like we'll get a double transformation in that match. Then I mean then it's well, maybe not even Fubuki would then transform, you know, like get together with his brother and then, you know, become his true self. And like who knows, because even Gouenji was in the equation of that. Like Gouenji even he confronted Fubuki on how he was behaving, and then Fubuki like came together and then bam, like became his true self. So Gouenji is just like, he was just too important. It was just way too important to get everything going, which is the same thing like in season 1, like where he was like the most, one of the most important characters. Like he scored so many goals. It's just so insane. And the same thing goes for here. It's just like I don't know. It is really really unlikely that they would have ever really done as much as they did without Gouenji. Like without, like, if Gouenji, because like I said, if Gouenji went to Alias, that means that Gouenji also never joined Raimon. That's just it. That's it. Or you could like throw in a mega twist, and Gouenji leaves. He comes back after the whole Okinawa stuff. But then that was all just all part of the plot. Like that was like they've fallen right into their trap, and apparently like the sister gets abducted again or something, and then they're just like, hey, we got your sister again. Like if you truly want her back, like you gotta come back to our team, to Aliea Gakken. And then that has to be right near the Genesis match, and then he has to play like, but that also doesn't really make sense. Like then they need to pull off some Aliea crystal stuff again and brainwash him. So yeah, that is basically what I came up with. It's it's wild, it's crazy, and it's honestly the only thing where I think about that could have happened. That truly could have happened. Or we're going even further, like even further, and we'll just say that Raimon just beats everyone, just everyone. So that means like they beat Prominence at the end, or well, okay, I guess in this case not Prominence, because for this one, this is the super theory. So they beat Diamond Dust, they beat Chaos, and they beat Genesis, all without Gouenji. And then the end. They fight against the Dark Empress, and then they see everyone falling down, like everyone, like Kazamaru and and all the others. And then they fight against them, like the first round. In the second half, you see like Gouenji coming in. It's over. It's absolutely over. Can you really imagine like a dark Honono Kasamidori or something? You know, like this is just it's over. I'm whatever. I'm just like I'm just speculating, and I'm just creating scenarios, but that's just it. Like or maybe Gouenji would have come in already, you know, in Dark Empress, like from the get-go, and then they'd already get destroyed from the get-go. Yeah, there is no there is just no Raimon thing you can pull off there. There is just nothing. You can't just be like Endo can't really be like okay, yeah, let's play soccer, Sakai Yorose, and then try and get everyone back to coming together. No, it would have already been 78-0. Like at that point it doesn't work anymore. At that point it doesn't work. So yeah. That's basically what I think about it. I thought that this was a really interesting and cool topic to talk about. I actually forgot who. Oh well, it's Kevin Vesterkamp actually. What I remember you. Like great topic. And I said that I would talk about this last year. So well, here I am. But yeah, really interesting topic. I would love to know what you guys can actually come up with, because this is what I have, and I just could not think of anything else. I just could not think of anything else. It was just because Gouenji was just so important in that match versus Epsilon Kai. They did not score any goals. They were not from Gouenji. So yeah, it's all I have to say. Yeah, what would have happened if Gouenji joined Alias? Well, the season Raimon would have still fought against Epsilon Kai by now. Like still. Like Raimon versus Epsilon Kai, round 38, guys. Round 38. But yeah. That was basically all I had to say. I thought that it was really a fun video to make, actually. Yeah, it's just fun to talk about these type of things. If you guys have more stuff to talk about or stuff to discuss, put it down in the comments below. I would love to know. Leave a like if you wanna. Don't if you don't. Like I never used to actually ask for likes, but you know, like I guess it really doesn't matter. But thank you so much for watching. And yeah, like I said, just do all of that fun stuff if you wanna, and I'll talk to you. I'll see you guys later. So yeah, see ya.